We back. Alright, I want to talk about something right quick, right? I remember back when I was 21, right? I was in college in Texas, right? And I remember, around that time, when you in college and stuff like that, you gonna grab a little treat. You gonna grab a little treat, and then you gonna go with the homie, and you gonna go smoke in the car. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? You go park in like a, parking lot somewhere and go smoke in the car. You feel me? But now, let me talk about this situation. There's always like certain smoke sessions you do with certain people, right? Like, and there's usually 3 things, maybe 4 things that y'all might do while y'all smoking. Y'all either one gonna play a beat, and just rap in the car, you know what I'm saying? Y'all take turns rapping and whatnot. Or either 2, y'all just gonna chill, listen to music, share music with each other. You know what I'm saying? Like just new songs, you know what I'm saying? Music that y'all both are interested in, stuff like that. And then you have the 3rd thing, where is y'all will do the watch while you're high videos, you know what I'm saying? Y'all remember them, the watch while you're high videos? Now, when it comes to the watch while you're high videos, I want to like really zone in on this, right? When you watch the watch while you're high videos, you know what I'm saying? When you floating, you know what I'm saying? You feeling good. And they both, I used to be with a homie named Christian. He was half Italian, by the way. The fact that like he was that type of dude, we would just chill. He wasn't a rapper type person. He wasn't like a freestyle over a beat type person. He usually just liked vibing out and listening to music, you know what I'm saying? So, but there's one thing that certain people you hang out with, you know what I'm saying, they like doing certain things. So we did the watch while you're high videos, right? And the thing about the watch while you're high videos, they show different, like, it's like a flow. And it shows different shapes, and then you kind of like, it's trippy. It's trippy, right? And that's when I remember that when it's like a whole bunch of different colors, just a lot going on at once while you're watching it. But what I notice is too, while you're watching that, not only it's like, for some reason, you know how I say, you remember what I said, the eyes are the windows to the soul, right? And it seemed like it was raising your vibration unknowingly. This was before I knew anything about spirituality or anything like that when it came to raising your vibration, you know what I'm saying? And around that time, that helped like raise our vibration in a way. Like, even though we unknowingly didn't really know that much about energy to that degree, you know what I'm saying? But when it comes to that, it's like a timeline thing with me. Whenever I seen that, when I look back on that, and then jump years later, there was a movie when I was at the crib, you know what I'm saying? You know how you watch Netflix, you blow one, you feel me, and something told me, this was like a couple years after my mom passed, right? And I was feeling, kind of like not down per se, but I needed something to elevate my mind, right? Around this time. So I was already like, meditating and doing all this around the time. This was like maybe when I was like 23, 24. So what I did was, I was on Netflix, right? And there was this new movie that came out around the time. It was called Midnight Gospel. For anybody that has ever lost anybody or grieves or anything, like, I want y'all to watch the movie Midnight Gospel, because it speaks about the universe and how the universe works, and just different aspects, different perspectives. Like, I'm not saying you have to smoke and watch it. You don't have to. I did personally. And it opened my mind up to a whole nother like perspective about life. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I can say about that. I'm gonna throw a clip at the end of this video. But there's certain scenes, and you'll understand and understand what I mean by when it comes to chakras. You know, there's different color chakras. You can look them up yourself. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes to frequencies, there's alpha, beta, theta. You know what I'm saying? There's different waves of frequencies. You understand? Just like, and that those are colors too. Frequencies can be colors as well. Like a frequency can create a certain color. Like I remember, have y'all ever seen like those shorts or those TikTok videos where you play a certain frequency? Like it was like a bucket, right? And there was like salt on the bucket. And then when he created a certain sound, the salt would like turn into a certain shape. It would turn into a certain shape or a certain symbol. You feel me? Like it's like that. Like once you take the time to realize, like almost like when you listen to a certain frequency, right? When you close your eyes, you can kind of see the colors moving around in your third eye. You can see like the colors moving around. I know y'all noticed that before. So when it comes to meditation, when you are raising your vibration, you can see certain colors. You might even, depending on how tapped in you are, you might see a certain symbol. Like that's how deep it goes when it comes to tapping in with the divine, and then cosmic alignment, connecting with your ancestors, spirit guides, things of that nature. Really the reason why I'm making this video is because I want y'all to go watch The Midnight Gospel. I want y'all to go watch that. That was one of the movies that really helped me at a time where I needed it. It was like an intuitive thing whenever something told me, watch that. And then when I watched it, I was like, wow, okay. And then it kind of does the same thing as the watch while you're high videos, you know what I'm saying? Like if you were like, I don't know what age that you started, smoking weed or anything like that. Y'all can put in the comments below what age you were when you started smoking weed and stuff like that. But that was like the watch while you're high videos. It was something that like elevates the mind. You see things differently. You know what I'm saying? I was always connected to that. Really proves the fact that I was always connected, because that was like interesting to me. On some hippie shit. You know what I'm saying? Like dreads and no dreads, I always had like the hippie vibes. I always had the hippie vibes. And that kind of explains it, you know what I'm saying? I always been about peace, I always been about love, you know what I'm saying? And that was like all that combined into one, So whenever it comes to this movie, and once again, I'm not saying go smoke some weed and go do the watch while you're high videos, but that was like something that was leading up to like something else I was gonna see. So like I watched that whenever I was 21 in college, you know what I'm saying? When it's on the weekend, you know what I'm saying, everybody, doing stuff, whatever, drinking, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I was the type that liked to smoke. I never really liked to drink like that, even though in college I did do that, but it wasn't my like go-to. So like I like chilling, listening to music, vibing out, or playing a beat, rapping over a beat, or watching something on YouTube. That was like one of the things. And it was like watch while you're high videos, and then you go 3 years later, I run into Midnight Gospel, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just saying, go and watch this. Go and watch this. It'll probably explain a lot externally and internally when it comes to the universe and your soul, you know what I'm saying? It's actually 2 movies that I could say go look at. The movie Soul, I think Disney has that movie, the movie Soul, and Midnight Gospel. Those 2 movies right there will like really, open your eyes. And it'll open your third eye to a lot of things too. I think that's it, And I'ma throw a clip at the end of this, and I might throw 2 clips. I don't know yet for sure, but y'all go and watch Midnight Gospel. See y'all in the next one. I love y'all. It's Why Hate Gang, and we